Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your baby girl Eleshi Cynthia. So guys, today is all about the Arochukwu bride and their culture, how they used to do their traditional marriage. So in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I got my beautiful bride ready for her trad from start to finished, and also tell you guys a little bit of their tradition on how they do their traditional marriage. Look at how beautiful my bride is looking. See the makeup, see the gele. Guys, the gele is by us. We did this gele, we do auto gele. The frontal installation we did too, and the makeup by your baby girl, you know how to do it, right? Yeah, we did the makeup. So if you want to see how I achieve this beautiful makeup look from start to finish, keep on watching. So guys, I started off with cleansing the face. So guys, if you're a returning subscriber in this channel, you know that the first thing you do before any client's makeup is to clean the face thoroughly with what micellar water cleanser. Make sure you cleanse very well. Don't just use only wipes. If you use only wipes, it's not going to clean off the dirt. Use a micellar water cleanser and cleanse it very well before going over to the next thing. So next off, we'll be applying our serum. So guys, after cleansing the face, the next thing you do is apply your serum. Now when you apply this serum, spread it all over the face with your brush and massage it into the skin. Let it sink into the skin very well, and make sure it dries very well before you apply your moisturizer. Like I said before, I used to hammer it. The key to a good skin prep is when you apply each product, make sure and let it to sink into the skin, massage it into, let it dry into the skin before you apply the next product. Now if it does not dry and you apply the next product, they are going to mix together, and it will make the makeup to either smudge or the person's makeup to melt out. So but if you apply this your skin prep routine by step by step, each step, if you don't, like if you're in a haze, just make sure to get hand fan or this rechargeable fan to help you to dry it faster before you go over to the next product. So this product I'm using now is my snail moisturizer. If you're in this channel, you must have heard me say that my snail almost poured out. Now it's finished, but like I think I've not really used it on bright. I bought it with that the serum, but you see that little quantity that is still remaining in that Omari code serum cup is what is remaining when what I have left from what poured out. Even when I transferred it to one eco styling gel container, and yet it was still pouring. Like god, my money was wasted. Like my money almost wasted, if not almost, it really wasted in this snail. It's actually breaking my heart. So next time if I want to buy it, I'll just get another container and pour it inside a container that can actually close very well and it will not pour. So guys, so that is my snail moisturizer. So I went on, like I said, make sure it dries in very well before you go over to the next one. And I'm using this my aqua grip primer. This one is the matte finishing. I told you guys that this aqua grip has two types. It has the dewy finish and the matte finish, so I decided to go on with the matte finish. This is because I want her face to stay dry, but I will actually give it, at the end of the day, I will give this makeup a dewy finish, and I will tell you how I achieve that. So if you want to know how I achieve a dewy finish at the end of the day, just make sure you watch to the end of the video. So guys, like I said, you massage it into the skin, allow it to dry and sink into the skin properly before going on to the next product. So next up, I'll be using my Meron skin prep to control the areas where she will tend to oil out the more. She has a combination skin. Yeah, she oils out at her T-zones. Yeah, like if you watch, I wanted to apply it all over her face, but she said, I asked her skin type, she said she has a combination skin. Her T-zones are where she tends to oil out. hair. I used it to control oil and sweat. That's the Meron skin prep. This Meron skin prep is bae. If you don't have in your if you don't have it in your kits, try and buy it. It is really really nice. So that's me. After applying it, I also went on to massage everything in, massage it with your hand, make sure everything dries in to avoid the harsh line that will come from your brush that you used to apply it. So next up, I'm applying my Nuban Glow. Yeah, I'm applying it at the highlight areas where if the light pops on the skin, it will glow. Yeah, so it is. Yeah, I'm just applying that, and and when applying this, be very very careful because you already have a lot of products on already. If you drag it too much, you're going to drag the products that you've already applied, and it's going to show. It's definitely going to. The drying is just going to show. See my bride now. My bride is a happy bride. Throughout the session, she was feeling herself and enjoying her music. So guys, I missed my Sylvia MAC foundation, I think in the shade Babu, with the Nuban Glow. So I mixed both of them together and I'm applying that onto the skin. Now when you want to apply the foundation onto the skin, guys, don't drag it like you're patting. Do it as if you're patting it onto the skin, because if you drag it, guys, you're gonna drag the products that you applied already. Aqua grip used to grip, like it used to gum, so it gums all the products that you apply, especially from the foundation. It's absorbs it. So if you drag it, it is going to drag the products, that's the skin prep that you've already done, and you don't want that. So to have a smooth finish and a smooth skin, make sure you pat on. Let your beauty blender do the work for you. You're just using your hand to direct the beauty blender where you want it to go. Don't be too hard on it so it doesn't move the products that you have already on the face. So that's me blending out that foundation. So guys, in the Arochukwu culture, if you're a bride and you want to, whenever you want to, where your bride will stay and prepare, any room that the bride is going to stay and prepare. I was seeing my bride now. My bride was just my bride was just feeling herself. It's just a happy bride, guys. So any room that you're going to stay and prepare, they are going to decorate it with this their Arochukwu George. Yeah, in that room they will decorate it with this Arochukwu George, and then that is the room. After preparing, that is the room that you will stay when your in-laws come. They will come to that room first and see the bride and know if that particular bride that and know if the bride, the person that has already dressed up and waiting for them, is the person that they are coming to marry, is the same person that they want to marry. So that is how they do it in the Arochukwu culture whenever they want to do their tradition. So I'll be telling you guys most of the things that I learned from this traditional marriage I went for in Arochukwu. Guys, their own way of trad is actually a different thing from the ones that I've been going to. The normal way that the bride, once the in-laws comes, the bride will just go and welcome the in-laws, sell egg and then look for their husband. No, it is not that is not their own method. Is a different ball game altogether, guys. Like, when you're going for work, you get to know different cultures and how they do their own things. Like when we were discussing in the morning, they are telling us how we are discussing how the whole thing will go. I was like, as per makeup artists that has been going for trad now, this is how they do it there, this is how they do it. The bride told me no, that says their own culture is a bit different. So it's a kind of different, but in a way. See my bride now, all through the girl was feeling the girl was just happy, dancing, vibing to the music that was playing in the background. It was actually a fun section with her. I enjoyed every bit of this traditional marriage. She was just a calm person. So guys, so this is I'm actually applying the blush from that my Bicham Ageless Lip Palette. You guys know how I do my cream brush. I normally take it from my Bicham Ageless Lip Palette. Yeah, that's how I apply it on the bridge of her nose, her chin, round her forehead. But before that, What I use for to contour her face, I use that V Beauty foundation. I think I showed it here. I use that V Beauty foundation to contour her forehead area, and that is what I'm still using to, um, blend the place that the band covers. So when you want to, apply foundation on those parts, on the hairline, be very very careful. Like a little goes a long way. Just go it and just pat. Don't just pack products. If you pack products, it will show and it will spoil your work and that of the hairstylist. So guys, now I went on with my Nuban concealer in the shade, I think 03 and 002. That is what I use. I am using that to highlight the her under eye. You guys know that whenever I want to apply my concealer, I prefer getting the concealer with my beauty blender and applying it directly under the on her skin. That actually helps me to avoid having, cracks or creasing, or maybe you applied foundation and the thing before you come to blend it, it must have dried. So me, I hate stress in my life. Anything that will just stress my process, I like to look for a way to, get it better. So I think this has been working for me all through. Initially when I started makeup, I normally apply the concealer onto the skin and then start blending. Maybe be rushing to blend this other part while the other one is drying up, and once it dries up, blending is now going to be very very hard. So I prefer this method. You can try this method and see if it is going to work for you. So one thing in makeup is that you do what works for you. Make sure that it is not just because you saw this other makeup artist is doing this and you want to try, you want to do it that way, and it does not, if it does not work for you, just do what works for you. So for me, this method of using beauty blender, it works for me very very well, and that has been my go-to, method of foundation concealer application. So guys, when you want to apply the under eye, that's the powder to the under eye, make sure you blend in again with your beauty blender, so to avoid creasing. So I'm using that melanin compact powder to set the under eye first before going over with my ginger, my mirror setting powder. So, and the shade of that compact powder is 108. I think is a light shade, 108. That is the one I'm using. So after blending that, I'll go over with my mirror setting powder. So the reason why you apply, you blend the under eye and set immediately, and ask your client to always look up to avoid creasing, because once she looks down, that concealer you apply is so creamy, and when she looks down, there will be a line there. So just also try and tell them not to look down. They should, look up while you conceal that under eye before they can look down. Yeah. So before applying, just make sure to blend and, just set the whole places that you've highlighted, and that is what I'm doing with that compact palette. I'm setting the highlighted areas with that compact palette, and you see, before I apply anyone, I go on and blend again before applying the compact powder. So guys, like I was saying, the Arochukwu tradition is quite different. The way they do their traditional marriage is quite different from others. Now, okay, this is me using the 109. Is it 109 or 10? Either of the, I think 109, to set all over her face. The shade you use to set all over the face is not the same shade that you use for highlight and your contour. You get. So like I said, is quite different. Their culture is quite different from other ones. Like I've gone for a trad where I think in that of is in Newe, if the bride wants to welcome Ndogo, what the bride will do is they will carry wine on their head to go and meet the Ndogo. Is that they carry it on their hair and go and meet, they go there, they now Ndogo will not carry the wine that they came with and give to the bride will carry it on her hair while coming back. That's me setting the blush. And now that is how they welcome their own Ndogo. Whereas in some places like in Suka, when the Ndogo will come, they will have to tie their gates. And when their in-laws come, they will tie the gate. They will make sure to the ashebis will go and tell the ndogo that they need money for transportation so that they can go and bring the bride. So their in-laws will keep on, spreading money or spraying them money. Now, once the Ashebi people feel that money that they spray is enough to go and get the bride, they will now say, okay, wait, let's go and get. They will now go back inside and bring their bride for the in-laws, and the bride will be the one to now cut the rope that they used to tie the gate or the entrance to the event. Whereas some people, they don't do that. What they do is, once the in-laws are there, what they will do is, once the occasion starts, the bride will just come and greet the in-laws, then occasion starts properly. But here in Arochukwu, the bride is not going to come out until the in-laws come inside the house where she stayed and prepared. That is the place that they are going to decorate with their culture. That's the judge. This is their judge in Arochukwu. You must decorate it with this judge. That room, they must decorate it with this judge. So when the Ndogo comes, they will know, look and see if this particular person is the person that they came for before the whole occasion will start. So guys, I did my brows off camera, and now I went over to do her shadows. Guys, if you're working on a client that has lash extension, you know that the struggle is not here. So I was actually trying to avoid the lash extension that she has on. I used my hand to bring it down, then apply my benign white, that's the eyeshadow primer, and I am blending that very well. Okay, so that's me transiting. Normally I love transiting with my powders. It actually has this softness it gives to the eyeshadow before going over with any other color that I want to work with. Do you get? I use powder normally for my transition before going over with any other color. So that's me going over with those red shades. Is it a red shade? Yeah, I went on to apply it and blend. So guys, whenever you're applying your eyeshadow, no matter the color that you choose to use, make sure you blend in very well. Now that's me using that brown shade to apply, to make the outer part a bit deep. Apply it and blend it very well. Make sure to blend very well. And before you start applying your eyeshadow, make sure that you've applied your setting powder to catch out fallout. That's me using that shade for the brow bone. Using that a kind of, what is it, carton color, what, I don't know. I think that shade that looks like powder, that is what I use to apply onto the brow bone. So going over to apply the shimmer shade on her lid, I first of all wet my beauty blender and use it to get that shimmer shade to apply it directly onto the lid. Now what this does is that it helps you to get the product. It helps, normally shimmery eyeshadows tends to fall out whenever you get them, but if you wet your brush and get them, it will cling directly onto that eyelid without much fall off, and it also makes that shimmer eyeshadow to pop very well. So that's me. I went on with the color that I used for the transition to apply shadows under the eye, and also line the line with my gel liner. You can use any gel liner. So this is me using the dark shades to that's the black color from that eyeshadow palette to further deepen the outer part of the under eye. Yeah, so my bride wanted her under eye to be a bit dark, so in as much as I already used my gel liner, I went on to use that black to further blend the outer part of the under eye shadow. So I'm using that black shade to smudge the liner that I already applied on her eyelid. So going over with this lipstick, you guys, if you're in this, if you've been on my channel, if you're a returning subscriber, you will know that this lip stain has been my go-to lip stain. Like I said, I've forgotten the name of that lip stain, but it is a kind of a wine red shade. I don't know, the name was is not even on the body. I got it from, if you're in Enugu, you know Ife Kings that sells makeup products. I got it from Ife Kings shop, but I don't know. I can't remember. In fact, there was no name on it. I don't know. Maybe they wrote the brand. I don't know, but I've not, I've not, I don't remember seeing any name on that lipstick palette, on that lip stain since I got it. But the lip stain is very, very nice. Like when you blend it, it blends in, it doesn't break. It blends in normally the way you want it to be. So that's me using my Bicham Ageless lip stain in the shade, is that orange? Yeah, that's another lip stain that I love so much that doesn't break and blends in very well is Bicham Ageless lip stain. The lip stain is bay. So this is me using the nude shade from Bicham Ageless lip stain to apply onto the lips and blend it out very well. Guys, in makeup, now, blending is always the key. My bride was just adjusting her clothes, no hand. Most times it tends to drag down if there is no hand on it. So that's me blending and blending. I went on to further line the outer part of the lip with this my pencil. I'm just lining it. I want that side to be a little bit darker than what it was. So I'm just using that pencil, and it's a sharp pencil, guys. Before you do that, make sure your pencil is sharp, and when doing that, you apply and you blend. So I did it and I lined it carefully and made sure that the line was giving me what I wanted it to give before I let it be. So that is it. I am going on to just get that shape that you want. Get the shape you want. So you see, the makeup is already coming together. My bride is already briding. So watch guys. Most makeup used to take time, but you have to take your time to, at every step, take your time. And in as much as you try to be fast and beat the time, you still need to achieve a very good work. Do you get? So take your time, do your thing, make sure it blends the way you want it before you leave it. So that's me going over with that light pink shade from the Bicham Ageless lip palette to make to brighten the lips more. I didn't want it to be that dark. I wanted that inside pop. So that's me applying it, and at the same time blending it in with the orange shade. I am mixing, guys. In lipstick, I might do a a particular lip look, and you ask me how did you achieve, how did you achieve this particular look, and I will not remember because we miss a lot. So for me, I keep on missing till I get the desired look I want. So that's me using that brown shade to blend out the line that I already did before. I am blending that out, and just make sure to blend in very well so that lips will not be just, there won't be anything like harsh lines. Yeah, I am just using that brown shade from that lip palette, blending everything so that there won't be any harsh lines. So that's me going over on my Bicham Ageless mini powder palette. I have the long one, but the shades that I use 247 has already I've already exhausted them in my big palette, so I had to get this smaller palette that has them, because the big one I've not yet finished the big one. So that's me setting all over the face, and I am setting the contour areas. And guys, when doing makeup, you see this principle of reapplication. Yeah, because as you're applying the whole thing, maybe as you're doing your lips, those things that you apply tends to fade out. That's why when you want to use powder that has a lightweight, use a lightweight powder. So when you're done with reapplication, it won't look so heavy. The powder will not be too much and it won't cake, you get. So that's me applying my team essential in the shade bomb. I've really exhausted this team essential, guys, but I've gotten another one. I got their team essential palette. So for my cheek, I think that same essential did not really give me what I wanted, so I went on with this my Tehila palette highlighter and blush palette to get that kind of orange, blush, to to further make the look come together, to give the look a warmth look, in general. In fact, that is where my dewy reapplication, bringing back that look to a dewy finish, comes in. Now when you apply that blush and the when you apply the blush and the your same essential cheek glaze, it makes the face too, it actually gives it that dewy look that you want. So that's me applying and blending, then go over with that same highlighter to highlight her for the bridge of her nose, the tips of her nose, and then you know her cheeks, those places that you need to highlight. And then mostly I love to highlight the brow bone, guys. I love highlighting the brow bone. I don't know if I'll ever stop this step. So going over to re-emphasize, to reapply my brows, I need it to pop, because when I was doing other things it must have faded. So I went on to reapply the eyebrows. Not that you will make it to look dark, just redo what you did before. Just easily re-emphasize what you did, so that it will not look too faded, you get. So that is me doing that. And going over to her under eye, I went on to use my Didi Beauty mascara for the under eye. See the volume that mascara is giving to that under lash, guys. It's everything. Did you see? Just one touch, boom, and the mascara is giving. It's giving what it should give. It's giving bullshit earn gave, man. So I went on to apply. I like my under lash to always have volume, because there's this difference it makes. It speaks for it. Like there's this difference it makes when the under eye lashes has volume. Most times when I do all these things, people will think, when the bride or my client opens their eyes, will think that the person applied contact lens. But no, it's because of the under eye mascara. When it adds volume, there's this different look it gives the makeup. So this is me applying my lip gloss. I'm a gloss girl, and I asked my bride, do you like a matte lip or a gloss lip? My bride said, oh, I'm a gloss girl, I need gloss. And you see her feeling herself. She's actually watching herself through her phone camera. And see my beautiful bride now. Like when I was in the makeup, she would look and say, oh, it is skinning. I love it. When your bride loves what you give to her. So this is me actually putting on the bead on her. Although they will be changing this her clothes. This clothes that she wore here was the one she just wore for her makeup. Now, according to the Arochukwu culture, before your in-laws will come and see the bride, there is this their Arochukwu judge that they will use to prepare the bride. It comes with a bead though, but I didn't know. I just applied this bead not knowing that they have their own. But you see the clothes that she wore, you see it. This is the Arochukwu judge. There are other type of Arochukwu judge. That's every bride in Arochukwu must wear this clothes. Then they will apply all this white and everything on your face. It's white. This thing, they will apply it all over your body. And this, you will dress in that their Arochukwu culture. Before that, your in-laws will come and see the bride that they want to marry. And this is the in-laws. Yeah, sorry if you've been hearing me say Ndiogo. In Igbo language we call in-laws Ndiogo. This is the mother of the bride, guys. She came and saw her bride. What is this beauty? Now her bride, her daughter-in-law, was looking all glammed up and so beautiful. So she was like, oh well, this is beautiful. She told her family and their kinsmen that this is the particular person that they came for. This is the bride's sister-in-law. She came to snap so when after they saw each other, they stayed there, took some pictures before they now went for the event. So here I think, sorry, I captured the when they were coming in, but I didn't do it the landscape normal method that we use for YouTube. But if you go to my Instagram handle, you will see that. So this is my bride. Again, in their Arochukwu culture, you see this their judge. The bride must sit on it. Any seat that the bride is going to sit, it will be there that is before the whole event starts. So this is her kinsman giving her this particular thing that job of blood. She will not take it to her father or anybody that is representing her father. This is her elder brother. Their father is no more. So the elder brother, he gave it to the elder brother. And look at what they say. Just listen to what they say. So in this particular place, the bride will have to tell her people that they should take what her in-laws brought, that if they eat it they will not vomit it, which means that she accepted those she has accepted to be with the man. And so now in this hall is the same place that they're going to give her the drink. From this hall, she will go out. She will look for the husband from the hall to outside. She will go outside where they decorated like normal events now, and look for the husband and still come back, because the husband will be staying inside this particular hall. And now what they do here is that she had already given the husband the wine that they gave her, and the husband drank it. Then the husband people also brought their own and gave it to the bride for the bride to also drink. And in the in-laws culture, the bride, they will have to give the bride her own drink and she will finish it too. So they won't pour it in. I think the husband is from Mba, not in Imo State. Yes. So she also had to finish her own drink while the husband finished their own drink, and that is it for their culture. Their Arochukwu culture is so sweet. I enjoyed my stay there. My bride was looking all beautiful. See how gorgeous she looks. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel at this point, you are wrong. Please try and subscribe, like this video, give us a thumbs up, share. See you in my next video. Bye.